Well, welcome everybody. I appreciate everybody taking time to come out. For the next 20 minutes or so, I'll still be the general manager of the Fort Wayne Wizards. And so I am Mike Nutter until we change this name here real soon. And then I'm the GM of the team to be named here momentarily. I wanted to thank everybody for coming out today. I look around and I see a lot of our great fans for many years, certainly members of the media. I see some political partners of ours and some just very influential people that have helped us get to the point that we're at now with Parkview Field. I certainly want to mention a couple of people. Steve Brody, who's been a great partner on this project with us for a long time. I see my buddy Greg Leatherman out there that we've worked on with the ballpark for a while together. Tom Didier out there with City Council, and so certainly thank everybody, not the least of which is Mike Packnett from Parkview, showing the great visual again of Parkview Field. And so thank everybody. Jump in there. As we get going here, I'll give you an overview of what we're going to go through today. Going to give an update, the current state of minor league baseball, and then walk through the process of the rebranding or the renaming, the goal, what we sought out to accomplish in this process, the actual process itself, and finally the end result or the brand that we came up with that we've developed through the help of a lot of people. If you look back, you know, the minor league baseball evolution, it has been amazing. I'm a person that's been in the industry for 17 seasons now, and I remember when I started, it was a lot of the names like you see up there. A lot of the minor league affiliates were named for major league franchises. You know, there wasn't a lot of unique appeal. Certainly they didn't relate directly to the communities that they played in. It was something that the Clearwater Phillies, the Great Falls Dodgers, and then when teams had to change affiliates, you know, they would end up changing their franchise name. And so the trend started, as it says there, in the late 80s and the early 90s towards more unique names. We've got a slide that shows, you know, some unique names up there, a lot of them that we're probably familiar with, you know, with the Mudhens and the Chattanooga Lookouts and the Lansing Lugnuts, the Montgomery Biscuits. You know, you can see, you know, all of those names up there. Where a lot more of those names and a lot more of the names in minor league baseball deal with something directly for the communities that they play in. Certainly, there's 6 of them listed here. This is what minor league baseball is about, the family-friendly names, the fun stuff, appealing to kids, those kinds of things. You know, there's a couple that bring to mind that are not up here. I worked for a team in the 90s called the Brevard County Manatees. We were off the Space Coast in Florida. There was major manatee rescue areas near us, so when that name was announced, you know, the town really rallied around it. Then we did a name the mascot contest. And of course, the winning name was Hugh, so our mascot was Humanity. So, you know, it's one of those things that again is what minor league baseball is all about. So he goes out to race the kid, and they'd say, "Come on, Hugh, you're doing it for all of humanity." You know, the minor league stuff that you can do, that you can play off, that you can have fun. You know, somebody in our league that used to be named for a major league affiliate is Cedar Rapids. They were the Cedar Rapids Reds forever. And in the early 90s, they switched, excuse me, the late 90s, they switched over to the Colonels. You know, their mascot is named Shucks the Corn. You know, this is the kind of stuff that we're talking about, you know, in minor league baseball. In addition to the family-friendly stuff, you know, minor league baseball is about entertainment and is about fun. But additionally, you know, we're also about the development of future major league players. We take great pride in the 16-year history of developing 76 major league ball players that have played for us here in town. 3 of the best and 3 of the wealthiest are on that slide right there in front of us. And so, you know, we've had a great run developing 76 major leaguers. This was our best year ever for the development of major league players. 14 major league players have debuted this year that were one-time Fort Wayne Wizards. And so again, we're very proud of that. You can see 3 of the guys up there. Additionally, you know, we've seen many of baseball's best come through to play against us. A lot of people are familiar that Alex Rodriguez's first professional home run ever was hit out at the Castle. We've seen Albert Pujols, Johan Santana, Brandon Webb, Prince Fielder, a guy that a lot of people are counting on today to come up big, Carlos Zambrano. All those people are guys that came through the Midwest League while we've been out at the Castle. We've seen 76 of our guys make it, and we've literally seen hundreds of baseball's best and brightest stars come through. The affordability and the fun atmosphere, though, is what minor league baseball and what we're all about. You look at a slide up here, you see, Bert Zerk and the Superstars, with Lance Sawatsky, one of the Padre prospects, sandwiched in between. It's literally finding these unique names. It's finding affordable, family-friendly entertainment and mixing it in with the national pastime, which is, obviously baseball. If we go to the next slide, we see that minor league baseball as an industry has never been stronger. This past season, there are 176 affiliated minor league teams that drew over 43 million fans. That was the largest in 107 years of minor league baseball, even before when there used to be many, many more teams. That is the 5th consecutive attendance increase, and as those of us down in the minor leagues like to point out, that 43 million plus is higher than what they drew last year in the NFL, NBA, and NHL. And the growth of minor league baseball is going at a more rapid pace than any of the 4 major league sports. Closer to home, the Midwest League that we're proud to be in, of lower single A, had our all-time record last year of over 3.6 million fans for our 14-team league. So getting us, moving ahead to this process of where we are today, our staff sat down last spring and talked about the idea of a name change. Of course, we've been the Fort Wayne Wizards since the team moved here from Kenosha in 1993. Everybody in here on our staff and as an owner, we're proud of the name Wizards. We know that we have had a great reputation, in our town, and families know that it's a great night to come out to. But also, as the landscape has changed, we've seen a National Basketball Association team in Washington be the Wizards. We've seen a Major League Soccer team become the Wizards. And as we were looking at moving downtown to this unbelievable facility that is Parkview Field, we thought this is a chance for us to literally look at everything, as we've said. And so we decided to start getting just, floating some stuff out there to season ticket holders. Some people that I see here today, asking, what do you think about the name? What if we were ever to try stuff? And it wasn't some cherry-picked list of people that we knew would tell us what we wanted to hear. It was people that said, that's pretty cool. You're going downtown, you're doing this. Yeah, I think you should explore that. So in May, we announced that we were considering a name change. We decided, let's go out and get input from the community. One point that I want to make clear, as a staff and as a general manager, we were very proud of the reputation that we have and had in this community, and we didn't take that lightly. We said to people, we want to go out and get some input. We also think that the Wizards name is still in play if people respond accordingly. And so we went out and we were absolutely blown away with over 2,500 responses, of which a little under 2% involved keeping the name the Wizards. We got some incredible stuff. We released a fun list yesterday. We hope it was taken that way, of everything from, the Harrison Square pants, to all these different kinds of suggestions from people, playing off the SpongeBob stuff. We got the creativity was amazing. The funny stuff was fun for us through the process, but we also felt that the reflection being so minimal for the Wizards was an indication that people were interested in a change and ready to look for some different stuff. When we went out, we wanted to look at 3 specific traits within the names that we had received. We wanted to look at, first, what is the tie-in to the community and history with our great region. We said all along, we're not just going to switch to something else that doesn't have an appeal or some connection to our region. Secondly, could we create a brand from the name that would cross, different demographics and different things within our community where people could relate to it, knew what it was. And then third, and very importantly, was it unique to our region, to minor league sports, to major league sports names? We didn't want to come out with another name, that had been done before. At this point, we realized that the vast majority of the suggestions that came from the fans came into 4 categories. And so we had the historic icons or famous people, and things from here, the geography,